Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Grayson Chrisley's negligence gets Todd and Julie sued. Todd and Julie Chrisley are facing a lawsuit from behind bars. Their son, Grayson Chrisley, is being accused of causing a car accident by being negligent. As his guardian, Savannah Chrisley is being sued. Because Todd and Julie's car was involved, they are included in the lawsuit as well. Keep reading to find out the details of this new legal battle. Family gets sued over Grayson Chrisley's wreck. Unfortunately, Todd and Julie Chrisley are involved in more legal battles due to Grayson's wreck. The plaintiff, Patrick Reichwalder, has filed a lawsuit against Todd, Julie, and Savannah Chrisley. According to the documents filed, the accident took place over a year ago on November 12, 2022. Savannah is listed on the court paperwork because she is Grayson Chrisley's legal guardian while her parents are in prison. Similarly, Todd and Julie are mentioned on the paperwork because they own the vehicle Grayson was driving. Patrick Reichwalder says that he was driving his 2020 Dodge Ram on the interstate in Tennessee when the accident occurred. Grayson Chrisley was driving behind him, and Reichwalder claims that he crashed into his stopped vehicle without any warning. Suddenly and without warning, defendant Grayson M. Chrisley negligently and recklessly slammed his vehicle into the rear end of plaintiff Patrick S. Reichwalder's motor vehicle at a high rate of speed, the lawsuit reads. Additionally, Reichwalder claims that Grayson was a distracted driver. He says that the Chrisley Knows Best star was not paying attention to the roadway in the moments immediately preceding the rear impact with the plaintiff, Patrick S. Reichwalder's stopped vehicle. On top of that, the suit states that Grayson Chrisley failed to act appropriately under the circumstances. Reichwalder's lawsuit states that he neglected to maintain a safe driving distance from other cars, was speeding, and was distracted by electronics within the car. Had defendant Grayson M. Chrisley been paying attention to the roadway in front of him, this crash would not have occurred, the lawsuit concluded. Now, Patrick Reichwalder is demanding damages between $25,000 and $750,000, as well as punitive damages. Fans weigh in on the logistics of the lawsuit. A Reddit user recently shared the details of the lawsuit on a Chrisley-related subreddit. Fans were quick to chime in with their thoughts on the incident. I think people and their lawsuits are beyond ridiculous. It happened a while back, and they are just now suing. You can't look at someone the wrong way without someone filing a lawsuit. This world we live in is a sad place, one person wrote. Another claimed that the person was just after money because of who they are. They continued, I don't know if he can sue Savannah cause at the time of the accident, his parents still had custody. This just screams a scam. A third person pointed out, note to EVER1, it is the insurance company who pays. This is what you do when you are hit by a car and have injuries. The Chrisley family had seen its share of headlines, courtrooms, and controversy, but nothing could have prepared Todd and Julie Chrisley for what was coming next. A fresh lawsuit, this time not directly due to their own actions, but because of their youngest son, Grayson. It started with what seemed like an ordinary Tuesday in Nashville. Grayson Chrisley, now in his late teens and trying to maintain a low profile since his parents' incarceration, was behind the wheel of a luxury SUV, a gift his parents had purchased during the peak of their Chrisley Knows Best fame. Though his social media presence had been minimal, Grayson still clung to the image of privilege, often spotted in designer wear and frequenting upscale gyms. But on that day, a quick coffee run turned into a nightmare. According to reports filed in the aftermath, Grayson had allegedly been speeding in a residential neighborhood when he collided with a parked delivery van, sending it crashing into a pedestrian walking her dog. The victim, a 43-year-old woman named Vanessa Powell, suffered multiple injuries, a fractured pelvis, broken wrist, and a concussion. Her golden retriever bolted in panic and was later found limping and traumatized. Witnesses described Grayson as shaken but more worried about the car than the woman. The headlines were relentless. Chrisley's son involved in reckless driving accident. Victim says, "I was just walking my dog," as Chrisley family faces new legal firestorm. Todd and Julie Chrisley sued from behind bars. What made son's the situation worse was the ownership of the vehicle. The SUV was still registered under Todd and Julie's names, even though they were incarcerated. Legal documents quickly emerged claiming that, despite being in federal custody, the couple had allowed Grayson to maintain access to high-value assets without proper oversight. Vanessa Powell's lawyer moved swiftly. A lawsuit was filed for $3.5 million in damages, not just against Grayson, but also directly naming Todd and Julie Chrisley for what was labeled as gross parental negligence, reckless supervision, and failure to ensure legal compliance. The lawyer argued that the Chrisleys, even from prison, had arranged for Grayson's financial freedom, including access to the vehicle in question, and had thereby created an environment of unchecked privilege. Savannah Chrisley, now the acting guardian of her younger brother, was blindsided. Already overwhelmed from managing her parents' appeal process, caring for her niece Chloe, and hosting her podcast, Unlocked, she was now faced with another public and legal nightmare. "We're devastated," Savannah said during a short, emotional statement outside a Nashville courthouse. "Grayson is still a kid trying to figure out life with his parents behind bars. This was an accident. But to drag my mom and dad into this when they're already paying for their past, it's cruel." Public opinion, however, was split. Some sympathized with Savannah. Others saw the incident as a direct extension of the Chrisley family's long pattern of living above the rules. Wealth without responsibility. Social media exploded with criticism. "The Chrisleys think consequences don't apply to them," one user wrote. "Now even their teenage son is putting people in danger." Grayson himself remained silent in the days following the accident. Paparazzi caught glimpses of him entering and leaving the gated townhouse Savannah rented, his head down, face pale. Sources close to the family said he was racked with guilt, barely eating or sleeping. But the legal system didn't slow down for regret. Court documents revealed something even more alarming. Grayson's driver's license had expired months before the incident. This discovery added fuel to the fire. The plaintiff's legal team amended their complaint to include the charge that Todd and Julie willfully enabled their underage son to operate a vehicle illegally by knowingly keeping him in possession of an unregistered and uninsured car. By week's end, the federal prison wardens overseeing Todd and Julie received formal notice of deposition requests. Attorneys representing Powell demanded that the couple provide written testimony about Grayson's driving history, insurance status, and how, if at all, they maintained control of their estate from behind bars. Todd, ever vocal even from inside, allegedly told a fellow inmate, "This is a setup. They're using my son to come after me. They want to break what little is left of our name." Julie, on the other hand, was reportedly heartbroken. "I'd always feared something like this could happen," she said in a prison letter shared by Savannah. "Grayson is still grieving our absence. We were too quick to let him keep that car, to make things feel normal for him." In a twist that added even more heat to the public discourse, Powell's attorney disclosed that they had subpoenaed footage from the Chrisleys' old reality show, hoping to use past clips showing Grayson's access to fast cars and lavish experiences as evidence of a lifestyle that encouraged recklessness. Legal experts speculated that the case could go in multiple directions. If Powell's team succeeded in proving the vehicle was knowingly made available to someone driving illegally, the Chrisleys could face further financial ruin. Some even whispered about a potential probation violation review, depending on how their supervised communications contributed to the event. Through it all, Grayson remained largely hidden from public view, but the weight of it all was clearly pressing down on him. Once the quiet teen who often stayed in the background of his family's chaos, he was now the unwitting spark of a new firestorm. A source close to the family summed it up best. The Chrisleys always prided themselves on image, but this time, there's no controlling the narrative. This wasn't about fame or tax fraud. This was about a woman walking her dog, who almost lost everything. And that's a different kind of scandal. One that even Todd can't talk his way out of. As the family awaits their next legal showdown, one thing is certain: the consequences of a single negligent moment now echo through an already crumbling empire.